Good morning, gang. Well, it is episode 13,500. 13,500 days. I also like to call them episodes because, they're the narration of my life, right? So I've been alive for 13,500 days as of today. So, hey, happy 13,500. I don't need a card. No, just your subscriptions and your likes are greatly appreciated. So I know most of you are like, man, Kevin's got to be addressing that council meeting today. Sorry, gang. I was about to at least just address one portion of it, and the new system, right? So we've been on this new system since like January, and we've been like broadcasting and doing stuff since February, but I haven't actually done like a video review. And so for some reason, I'm having an audio input with it. So like I'm getting the video on the screen and I'm not getting the audio. So I need some time to mess around with this. And I'm already burning the candle on today's hours to get like the kids dressed and ready for school and all those other dadly type things that I get done in the morning. So I wasn't going to spend any more time with it and give you nothing. So I stepped aside. I didn't prepare anything for the real estate either. So I guess I was just gonna, freeform it this morning, but make it brief, just for your listening pleasure. So, this morning we've got I don't know, it's one of those we've last few days the missus found a chicken out back that we have in our coop that seemed to be egg bound, and she was trying all these little tricks and stuff, and I kind of let her be to it. And this is kind of like a coming of... It's good for her to be learning how to to deal with some of these issues, because usually I'm the one who has to deal with it. We've never had an egg-bound chicken before. At least if we have, they've gone sepsis and died before we noticed that they were egg-bound, because a lot of times they'll just kind of perch in the coop, and you don't really see them all day. So... and we don't do a head count on them and just be like, all right, come on out for the day. So she had a chicken that was clearly egg bound. And then by the time she had asked for my assistance last night helping with it, coupling it with this whole week, right? One of our kids was sick. The other ones have all had raspy throats. They've given me this raspy throat, and then I jumped back into jiu-jitsu again yesterday. And I hit it hard, and I got dog boned, and my head is still rattling. And then couple that with, you got a raspy throat, and it's like, man, I got a wicked headache. And it's like, am I sick? Did I overexert myself during jiu-jitsu? All these other things going on. I'm exhausted because I've just expelled a whole pile of energy. Dealing with sick kids, got The Godfather we watched earlier in the week. We mentioned that, which brings me to this next point, because she was like, well, I need you to deal with this. And then, I got to stuff my finger in the thing's butt or something to try to get the egg out. And, after discussion, it was like, honey, your fingers are smaller than mine. It's going to cause the chicken a lot less pain for you to do it. And it's good for her to do it anyway. So it was one of those, you're grossed out by it, you probably should do it. That is the Kevin philosophy, right? If you don't want to do it, you probably should be the one to do it. So we started doing it in the sink. We had to bring it in and started doing it in the sink, and it smelled god awful. So I think the egg, whatever it was has caused it to start to go septic. And so even if we could get it out, it's not long for this bird, and she was pretty lethargic. So I had to do my kind of Godfather-inspired manly duty last night, and I pulled my freshly sharp axe out and had to do the things that, normally I would have a second person for, so it goes a lot quicker and it's cleaner. But when when your wife doesn't want to participate in that portion of the show, which it's fine. Big steps, or little steps to big goals, right? So sticking her finger in a chicken's butt, big step for the day. I'm not going to push her, and then it is what it is. So it does make you think about life and death a little bit when you do it, but after you've done it a few times, it's, it is one of those things you just kind of get used to. I remember when I first went hunting and I killed a deer. I remember when I first was driving. I'd been driving for like 5 years, and I was driving back from college, and I hit a cat or a bunny rabbit or something on the side of the road. Like, it just ran across the road, boom, boom, and then like you look in the rearview mirror and there's nothing in the road, and you're like, I know I just saw a rabbit or some animal crossing, and and they're gone. Like they just get hit and just fling off into the road. You know what I mean? Like you have that sense of like, my dad was never a hunter, so it's like you don't have that sense of like life and death. And then you kind of get that like, oh man, I just killed something. And then it sinks in, and then eventually you just kind of, it's part of life, right? Like, if you eat meat, like something had to kill that cow, right? You don't blame your dog for killing the woodchuck, right? Like, because that's what he does. He thinks it's food. He also thinks it's fun, right? Like, that's nature, right? So, but yeah, to prevent it suffering, had to do my dadly duty last night, but yeah, that was that, and man, I felt like I slept good, but like I was still tossing and turning and stretching because of how beat up I was from jiu-jitsu. Somebody landed on my knee, or not my knee. They landed their knee on my shin. That was a blast. I can feel that. Oh, that dog bone still like. So if you don't know what a dog bone is, it's where like you're in a grappling position and somebody has gotten you under their leg, but like under their back of their calf or the rear of their kneecap, and then they just shake their leg up and down and bounce your head off the floor, and it gets you to release your grip so they can put you in an armbar. And I'm a trooper, so I don't let go. And so they have to dog bone more. And I pay for it later, but I am one to not release my grip because I'm not going to let you put me in an arm bar and make me lose because I'm a winner. That's it. I'm a winner. I mean, I think I rode the clock out. So tie or win, I didn't lose. So I guess maybe the moral of the story is Kevin is not a winner per se. He doesn't win all the time, but he's not a loser. And I think that's a good takeaway. It's a good takeaway for this beautiful Friday. Pump me up for this 13-5 day. 13-5. All right. All right, gang. I'm going to try to figure out this audio stuff this weekend, and we'll try to get that one done. I've got a pile of Luke letters. I might try to cram those out and get those scheduled for release. Again, like we did last week, where you just get like hit with three. Because there's a ton of things that I can talk about every day, and I don't want to give you a Luke letter in the middle of the day. I'd rather let you just let Kevin's voice soothe you for the day. And then, you go into your morning routine. And then like, if you so choose to be mental harm and you want to listen to the Luke letters at your leisure over the weekend, then, so be it. Probably should put a content warning on the Luke letters because they may drive you insane. Yerba mate. All right, gang. Well, we will see you later on Life22. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening. Deuces.